여러분 안녕하세요. 지니 선생님입니다. Today, we are going to talk about negation in Korean. What is a negation? Am I a male? I'm not a male. Do I have a child? No, I don't have a child. Do I smoke? I don't smoke. All those sentences like, I'm not a male, I don't have a child, I don't smoke, are in negation. Then let's learn how you say them in Korean. First of all, to indicate the status of a subject in Korean, we use noun, 이에요, 예요. So when you say, I am a student, you say, 나는 학생이에요. When you say, I'm a female, then you say, 나는 여자예요. To make a negation of each one, we need to use noun 이가 아니에요. Therefore, you're going to say 나는 학생이 아니에요. Or 나는 여자가 아니에요. So simply remember noun 이가 아니에요. Then can you say, this is not a pen, but it is a pencil. 이것은 펜이 아니에요. 연필이에요. How about, Mr. Kim is not my Korean language teacher. 김 선생님은 우리 한국어 선생님이 아니에요. How about, I am at school and I'm not at school. This is another function of the be verb. We know that the be verbs are used in two different ways, who and where. In this case, we are focusing on the where. So you can say, 나는 학교에 있어요. When you negate the sentence, you need to say, 나는 학교에 없어요. Therefore, the rule is noun 에 없어요. Then you can say that my mom is not at home. 우리 엄마가 집에 없어요. So don't forget, it's noun 에 있어요 and noun 에 없어요. Another meaning of the word 있어요 in Korean is to have something. For example, when you say 돈이 있어요, it means I have money. Notice that when you use the word have in English, the sentence requires an object, but in Korean, 있어요 requires only the subject, not the object. So you will say, 나는 동생이 있어요. 우리 아빠는 차가 있어요. 친구는 휴대전화가 있어요. And so on. What about the negation of noun 이가 있어요? It is noun 이가 없어요. Therefore, you'll say, 나는 돈이 없어요. 나는 동생이 없어요. 오늘 숙제가 없어요. 우리는 차가 없어요. And so on. Now, let's take a look at the verbs. Let's say, I drink coffee. I get up early. My mom works. To make a negation of each one in English, we have to use don't or doesn't, depending on the subject, correct? So each one becomes, I don't drink. I don't get up early. My mom doesn't work. Now, what about in Korean? Korean is simpler than English. You use only one letter, an, right in front of the verb to make the negation for the verb. I'm going to use the above sentences to explain. 나는 커피를 마셔요. 나는 커피를 안 마셔요. Notice that I placed 안 in front of the verb 마셔요. 나는 일찍 일어나요. 나는 일찍 안 일어나요. Once again, I placed 안 in front of the verb 일어나요. 우리 엄마가 일해요. 우리 엄마가 일 안 해요. Notice that I place 안 in front of the verb 해요, separating 일 and 해요. Because 일해요 is a 하다 verb. As we talked about the nature of the 하다 verb, when we use an adverb, we have to separate the noun in front of 하다 and 하다. This is the typical example. Therefore, it is not 우리 엄마가 안 일해요, but it should be 우리 엄마가 일 안 해요. So it's very easy to make a negation for the verbs, right? And there's another way to make a negation for the verb. That is, something지 않다. Using 아요, 어요, 해요 form, it is something지 않아요. Notice that this expression simply takes a verb stem of the main verb. Another thing you want to know is that something지 않아요 takes ni은 and hi읗 as the final consonant, while 안 is just ni은. Knowing the difference will eliminate a lot of spelling mistakes. Therefore, the previous examples can be 나는 커피를 안 마셔요. 나는 커피를 마시지 않아요. 나는 일찍 안 일어나요. 나는 일찍 일어나지 않아요. 우리 엄마가 일 안 해요. 우리 엄마가 일하지 않아요. What if you want to say, I cannot drink coffee, I cannot wake up early, or my mom cannot work? There are negations using cannot. This is really easy in Korean too. You simply place 못, like 안, in front of a verb. So the Korean sentences will be 나는 커피를 못 마셔요. 나는 일찍 못 일어나요. 우리 엄마는 일 못 해요. Therefore, 안 and 못 are used in the same way, but only the meanings are different. 안 is simply negation, while 못 is used for impossibility or inability. There is one more. To know and not to know. Yes, in English, it is the same as using don't or doesn't. But Korean way is different. To know in Korean is 알다, and not to know is 모르다. 모르다 is a 루 irregular verb. The nature of a 루 irregular verb is to add 리을 to the preceding letter after dropping 우, when 이응 follows in the next letter. Therefore, using the 아요, 어요, 해요 form, because 모르다 is a 루 irregular verb, 리을 should be added to 모, and it becomes 몰. And 아요 should be added because of the vowel 오 in the letter 모. So it is 몰라요. Because 모르다, 알다 requires an object, you probably memorize it as something을 알아요, 몰라요. So, if you know the Korean president, you can say, 나는 한국 대통령을 알아요. The negation of it is, 나는 한국 대통령을 몰라요. If you want to say, I don't know Japanese, you will say, 나는 일본어를 몰라요. So don't forget, something을 알아요, 몰라요. To summarize all of the Korean negation, here's a list. Take a look at it, one at a time. Number 1. Noun, 이에요, 예요. Noun입니다. Noun, 이가 아니에요. Noun, 이가 아닙니다. Example. 나는 학생이에요. 나는 학생이 아니에요. Number 2. noun에 있어요. noun에 있습니다. noun에 없어요. noun에 없습니다. Example. 동생이 집에 있어요. 동생이 집에 없어요. Number 3. noun, 이가 있어요. noun, 이가 있습니다. noun, 이가 없어요. noun, 이가 없습니다. 나는 돈이 있어요. 나는 돈이 없어요. Number 4. don't, 안. Example. 나는 담배를 피워요. 나는 담배를 안 피워요. Number 5. can't, 못. Example. 나는 수영을 해요. 나는 수영을 못해요. Number 6. something 않아요. 안 씁니다. Example. 나는 일을 해요. 나는 일을 하지 않아요. Number 7. something을 알아요. something을 압니다. something을 몰라요. something을 모릅니다. Example. 저 사람을 알아요? 저 사람 몰라요. 다음에 또 봐요.